What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Welcome to the World Sports Podcast. I'm your boy, John, along with my boys, Eddie and Braxton. How y'all doing today, fellas?
And man, it's been a great week, man. I'm happy to be here today.
I'm happy too, man.
Hey, man, I don't know. One of y'all feel happy. One of Braxton had a little somber tone about his, but you heard me. But we're going to get right into it, man. Monday Night Football, as we always do. It was a disappointing game, but the Eagles got a 10-7 win over the Packers on Monday night. What were y'all thoughts? And as the Packers lose two straight at home, where do they go from here?
I just feel like it was underwhelming. I feel like the Monday night games have all been like this though. Like Thursday night games have been good besides the last one, but the Monday night games they just haven't been up to par like for the last 2 to 3 weeks. So this just played a hand on it. And with the Packers, man, I think I misread them, but I don't want to put too much into it because I still think they can be. I don't want to say a true contender because they don't look like it at all. But I won't say that they it's just time to blow up ship. I definitely think last night just showed that they have some bigger problems they need to solve on the offense, and they gotta fix it soon, but so they can be a contender. Cause I know their defense, they stepped up when they got Micah, and he wanted to go there just because he wanted to go to the Super Bowl. He was like the missing piece. So I think they got some work to do now, like, and they just figuring out they were just getting through the crumbs and the cracks and everything. And now they're here and they play the Eagles, and the Eagles ain't look good either. But I think they got the win, but that's all that matters. But the Packers, they definitely got some work to do now.
Yeah, I'm tired of the ugly football games on Monday nights. It's just I don't know. It's not a good product for fans. I feel like we expect good big matchups on Monday night, but when it comes to this matchup, I'm really getting tired of the Eagles just like moseying along through people and just like winning games in this fashion. Like I wish they would play at the caliber that they played last year, where they was just like actually scoring on people and stuff like that. Because this is just boring football, and I feel like with the Packers, I mean, I looked at them as one of the top teams coming into it, and like my views have completely changed after what I've been seeing in recent weeks. So it's gonna be a big thing to see moving forward and what they change.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement with y'all, especially about the primetime games. These games are supposed to be for prime time. You fans want to see a lot of scoring, unless you're a defensive guy and you like the defense that we've been seeing over the past couple of primetime games. But as far as the Packers go, man, it's just the defense has figured it out, and now it's like the offense took a step back. Like they don't look as explosive. They don't really have a true number one receiver. It's been wide receiver by committee for a few years now, and but they also had some injuries last night. With they missing Jaden Reed. They was also missing Matthew Golden. But that's not an excuse for them to look as anemic on offense as they did last night. As far as like Eddie said, the Eagles didn't look good either, and we're not used to seeing them, put up these low scoring games. Um, but I think that has something to do with the way that they were winning games last year. Saquon Barkley was dominating the run game, and now teams are starting to figure that out and starting to play it, and it's putting more of a burden on Jalen Hurts, and he just hasn't been getting it done this season. But I don't know, man. A lot falls on the Packers offense though, because like y'all said, they went out and they got Michael Parsons to solidify that defense with the hopes that the offense will still maintain that level that they have been playing at, and it just ain't been that. But my question for y'all is, do y'all feel like Jordan Love is the guy to take the Packers to the next step? Because me personally, I feel like, you know, he hasn't progressed in these past 4 years under Matt LaFleur.
With Jay Love, man, I just feel like he always just gets by with the argument, man. Can he do it for the Packers? I feel like they always trying to sneak him in when talking about like the top 10 quarterbacks, but I just feel like they always talking about how he got to take that next step, and it look like he still got to take another step and then another one after that. It just with it may help for him to get a starting mark like just a set number one, but they did that trying to draft Golden so they can have their guy. So, but it still look like John said, received by committee. So, I think that could be a problem with it. But when just you sit back and watch the film and you look at the quarterback, he don't look like a franchise player, in my opinion. And like he not a Pat Mahomes, he not a Lamar, he not a Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts. It's not somebody that I would build my team around. But what other position do you have? As an owner, you want to keep just drafting quarterbacks, or you just stick with one guy and figure it out. I feel like he can be enough for them to get there, but I don't think if it comes down to like a him versus Mahomes, everybody will say Mahomes, and I don't give him no chance in that, because he just hasn't showed me anything, and when it matters, basically, he always doing stuff when it doesn't matter. So I don't really find that, appealing, and I know the fans they really don't care for it. So and they show like when he plays like this, it's like he on the same level as Tua, like what Tua could be and what Tua is putting out. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, I probably agree with you on that. I don't think that moving forward, like he can be. I mean, moving forward, he would have to progress in a way that we haven't seen so far for him to be put in those conversations. Uh, and I think the way that he's playing right now is going to put pressure on Matt LaFleur. I mean, I know it's not like the thing that you want to talk about, coaches being fired and stuff like that, but this is just what comes along with it. Either you go or the coach goes. So like you gotta raise your play up. I mean, we seen, Garrett Nussmeier got BK fired. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't be playing this bad and then think the coach gonna keep his job. Either one of y'all gotta go. And I think moving forward, if he can get better, maybe they can have a chance. But right now, this is just ridiculous.
Hold on, before you go, John, real quick. I am more so for the on the players. Like I feel like the players have to produce because the coaches they're not on the field. I'm always gonna feel like that. The coaches they put the guys in position to win. I agree with y'all on that. But I just sent a few clips in the chat with Jordan Love and the wide receivers. They look just they not in rhythm. The receivers dropping the ball. Maybe that's just the reps and then them in and out of their rotations. But it's not solely on the coach. I hate them narratives, bro. It's like he can draw the perfect play up, but if the quarterback is just going through the reads and then getting off one read and just bailing, it's like what more can the coach do? Like he put you in the right position to win, but you just didn't make the right play as the quarterback. So I feel like they gotta take more accountability. But if you do play bad, then it is more pressure on the quarterback to figure it out. I mean, not the quarterback, the coach to figure it out. And yeah, but have BK gone. That make
I do feel like Matt LaFleur gotta take some of the blame though because he's an offensive coach, and like I said, Jordan Love has not progressed into that quarterback that we thought he was going to be. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people gonna look at him at Matt LaFleur and wonder why. You're an offensive coach. You're supposed to be this quarterback whisperer per se, and Jordan Love has just been the same mediocre quarterback he's been since taking over. And like I said, a lot of these media people they try to put Jordan Love on a pedestal and just hope and based on potential, be like he's going to take that next step, and it just hasn't happened. And I think that Matt LaFleur has to take some of the blame for that, as being an offensive coach and being somebody that's working with the quarterback as much as he does. But moving on, man, the Texans, y'all Texans, man, get a huge comeback victory over the Jags with Davis Mills at the helm, while CJ Stroud was out with a concussion. Man, I'm gonna let y'all take the floor. What was y'all thoughts on that game?
well, I think it was a special game, and just had the whole aspect of it because a special somebody was in the building, man. Um, Eddie Lou was in the building, man. The Texans that came and they came out there and they was getting booed. I was a part of the booing. And Davis Miller came out there threw a pick and just looked horrible. The defense came out there and did what they do as the number one defense in the league, man. And I seen the look on everybody's face, and everybody was just tired of this, man. Like it gets to a point. Like I just went to the bar at one station with my brother, and we just sat there watching the game. Just happened. That's what the game was for us. We could take all these shots and just trying to have a good day because we know how the game gonna go. At least we thought. And I seen them putting a bet in for the Texans. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? You trying to just give money away? Like that don't make any sense. But as the game, kept going on, they just kept on, weathering the storm. Defense get a stop, offense they somehow managed to move the ball and get in the end zone. It wasn't pretty, but it got done. But I will give some credit to Not Davis Mills. He thought I was gonna say Davis Mills. I would credit to my old line, man. Old line came through. Woody came through, but Davis Mills did make a clutch play at the end and get in that end zone, man. So I will give a little shout out and credit to him. Just digging down deep and just and find a way to win. And I tell you what, man, that place was lit, bro. I was just so happy to be back home and being a part of that because I ain't been to a Texas game in like 3 years since I've been, just going back and forth from college and everything. So just to see the atmosphere, bro, it just brought back so many memories. We had the Super Bowl team, the Super Bowl contender team. But we got some players that we ain't gonna name. We got some speculations and of that nature. People on the podcast don't agree with everything I agree with about it. But we'll get to that on another date. But I'm so happy, bro. Like, just we needed that. And without CJ, without Tank, without Joe, you know, after I told him I'll be the first to say I thought we was gonna lose wholeheartedly. After that interception, I'm like, yeah, it's over. And they kept scoring, it's over. But shout out to the defense, man. Shout out to the Texans for getting done. Shout out to D'Amico, man. D'Amico, you see, this week he give credit to the coaches, man. He keeping them together. He holding on the rope. Just hold on, and they held on for me and my Texans, man. I'm proud of y'all. Houston, proud of y'all. Go ahead and take a break.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. We definitely needed this one. And these are the type of wins that you look at the coach and you look and see like he kept them motivated throughout the whole game. Like the way that it started, obviously it wasn't looking too hot. I still kept the faith. I felt like we was gonna win the game. I know you didn't feel like we were, but I felt like the defense was playing well enough to where if this offense could give you anything, we could come back and win the game. And you don't want to give credit to Davis Mills, but I will say he stood back there. One thing I will give him credit on, despite the way that the game looked, I felt like he didn't waver. He played through it. And that's the type of things that you want to see from a quarterback that's stepping in to fill the role of what CJ was doing. But like you said, man, that game was just miraculous. You go scoring 26 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. That's something that, I mean, we seen the Broncos do it like a couple weeks ago, but like that's not something that you see regularly. That's like historical. So that's a moment for Houston right there. And like you just those are moments that you think about that you dream of. And so I'm happy for the team. And moving forward, that's a big win to keep us in the playoff hunt. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, Bryce. That was a huge win to keep y'all in the fight, man. But I ain't got much to say. I didn't watch the game, but I was following along with y'all through the group chat, and I know the range of emotions that y'all was going through. But in other news, I'm happy that my Saints finally got their second one of the season, man, over the Panthers. It looked good. Shuck looked good, and I think we got a bright future if he could continue playing like he playing. But man, moving on, man, the Steelers lay an egg against the Chargers on Sunday Night Football. The offense was non-existent while the defense came to play a little bit, man. What was y'all thoughts on that game? And my question to y'all would be, has Tomlin's time run its course in Pittsburgh?
It's like another team, another bad team situation. Yeah, it's time for the coach to go. It's a repetitive thing,
Well,
man.
I'm asking, bro. I'm asking because, Pittsburgh ain't the fans ain't happy with, they expect championships and they've been a mediocre team for the last since Big Ben's second to last year in the league. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm asking.
Now I get the questions, and you're not the only person because they asking. This all you see on ESPN, all the sports, bro. It's time for time to go. If any coach in that situation, the coach need to be fired. Is it time? Is it time to move on? I'm like, bro, y'all know how I feel. So I don't got to get into that. But for the Steelers, I just feel like they're not built for a championship. It's just like they just when versus the coach, like they shocked me and then they come out here and do this. Like it's just not adding up. That's why you can't trust the Steelers this year to do anything. Even with Aaron Rodgers, which I think he retired after this year. There's no point in him coming back for what? I feel like he a Hall of Famer. Just go ahead, get the mic, bro. Just do that, man. Just sometimes you just gotta hang him up. He's still playing okay, but it's not the Aaron Rodgers that we know and love and everybody know. So I don't know, man. And then we know the Unks back there. So the Steelers, they they got TJ, but their defense is not as crazy as they make it seem on paper. But in the offense, we know how that damn got DK. What he had 13 yards. He ain't give me over 5 fantasy points. I know that. So it's just like they thought DK was gonna be the answer after trading George Pickens away. They should have kept him because he's over there balling in Dallas, man. So I think the Steelers they are not a threat in the playoffs. They might go because that division was going through what they're doing, but I don't think they're a threat like to win anything this year, honestly. And for Tomlin, I know people coming for his job, but it's like what else do you want him to do in this situation? That's not the championship team he was given. I'm like when he won his Super Bowl, he had a championship team. This is not the same thing. So I don't know.
I mean, I think that's an interesting take right there. I mean, you look at it, man, it's coach after coach after coach after coach on the verge of getting fired. And I feel like in this situation, this particular one, I don't think that he should be fired. I look at it like this. When the last time that they've had like a quarterback that really was just, I mean, the last time they had one was Big Ben. Like they really haven't had somebody to really elevate the team. So, I mean, if y'all not gonna get him the guys, y'all can't fire the guy. Like you can't fire the coach, man. It's just simple.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying that he need to be fired, but maybe he need to take it in his own hands and maybe say, you know what, we tried this, we've been doing at this for 16, 17 years, and I think we squeezed all the juice out of it that that we could possibly squeeze. So I mean, I mean, at the end of the day, he might have to do what's best for him and go elsewhere, bro. Because honestly, when I look at the Steelers, bro, they're just an old team. Like the defense is old. Like you see a lot of names like Eddie say on paper, and you be like, oh, this should be a good defense. But in reality, it's a lot of people on that team that's past their prime. That didn't had their best day, like their best days are behind them. So. And then from an offensive standpoint, it's the same thing with them every year. They want to be a run football team, and then they want to, they don't commit enough to the pass game. You had George Pickens over there along with DK, somebody that could free up these double teams that maybe he's seeing, and y'all trade him away. And now your second best receiver is Calvin Austin. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like Eddie said, this team's just not built to win. They're old. They don't have the necessary pieces on offense. Your starting running back is Jalen Warren. So, I mean, where you want to go? I mean, he's a decent back, bro, but like he ain't nobody like a Saquon Barkley or Bijan Robinson or a Gibbs or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, maybe it's time for Tomlin to put his foot down and be like, maybe we got all we gonna get out of this, and just maybe find somewhere else to go. But the Bills, man, the Bills get blown out in Miami after a big win over the Chiefs last week, man. How confident are y'all that this team can make it to the Super Bowl in February?
I let Brack start with this because he loves Josh Allen. He always want to talk about Josh Allen, your MVP, right? Go ahead.
That was not Josh Allen. That was Gosh Allen. Oh my gosh, bro. He was doing that stuff that he was doing back in the day, man, looking like a horrible quarterback that couldn't lead a team to nowhere. And I feel like if he start reverting back to them old ways, they not gonna go where they want to go, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest. But beyond that, I think we are in a point where it used to be Josh Allen could overcome all of the issues of the Bills. I don't think we're at that point yet where like they could still win games just because you had Josh Allen. You could walk into the field and think you can win the game just because you got Josh Allen. I think right now the things around him is forcing him to be Superman, and I don't think that his game really is tailored to make him a Superman all the time. I think he can elevate those people around him, but I don't think he's supposed to be the Superman kind of player.
I agree with you on that, but I also think that people have been like trying to avoid it, but that defense definitely took a step back, and they just giving up a lot of points every week. So I definitely think that's gonna come to play later in the playoffs. So I think it's gonna be tricky because like if Josh Allen doesn't have one of his Josh Allen games, can the defense stop the other offensive from scoring 27 plus points? I don't know. And in the playoffs, you gotta put up points to win. Defense win championship, but you gotta score some points as well. But I think with Josh Allen, I'm not worried about Josh Allen because we seen what he do in the playoffs unless he revert like Bryce was talking about, which I don't think will be the case when it comes playoff time, depending on his matchup. But I don't think it's time just to get off shield with them with being the contender. I still think they're a true contender because they're the only team that, in my eyes, I see beating the Chiefs, and they look like the way they go win this year again. So I don't know.
Hey, shout out to it though. He had a good game.
Yeah,
Go ahead, John.
we ain't gonna talk about that, but man, honestly, bro, it's another case of old players. Like they got old players on their squad, especially in the secondary. With Tre'Davious White playing at the corner position, you got Jordan Poyer, who used to be there. He ain't the same player no more. And then like y'all said, y'all don't think that Josh Allen can elevate these players, and he really don't have the receivers. Like he don't. He's another. That's another team that don't have like a star receiver. You go draft Keon Coleman and hope that he can, be that number one guy, but he hasn't been what we've expected from him, albeit he's only a couple years into his NFL career, but he just ain't been that type of player yet. So I don't know, man. I ain't gonna give up hope on them, but right now it's they're not the best team in the division right now. I think that goes to the Patriots because the Patriots just been playing lights out. And then it's another thing you mentioned the Chiefs at it, but how confident are we that they gonna make a run at it? You know what I'm saying? They didn't haven't look good, and they got a big test against Denver coming up this week. That's going to be the be all tell all. I think right now that Chiefs ain't even in the playoff picture of the playoff start right now, and they're the third team in the division. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's a changing of the guard that's happening. Coming up right now. But man, before we go to break, we got a few minutes left. Before we go to break, man, I want to say something we didn't mention. The Giants fired Brian Daboll as the head coach, and they moving on to find somebody else. But they kept the GM, man. What was y'all thoughts on that? Quick thoughts.
I think it was definitely unexpected in my opinion. Right after getting Jackson Dart and Scatterbull, you think you found something. So I think we going in the right direction. So that definitely threw me for a loop because I thought he kind of saved himself a couple years at least with that team because they was looking good, bro, until Malik went down and then Scatterbull went down and now Dart hurt. So now they just back at square one and waiting on everybody to get back healthy. So I was not expecting that at all. So I don't know what they do next.
I think Jackson Dart getting hurt last game played a big part in him getting fired because I mean, I feel like they feel like, you know, the season moving forward. It's not saying that not Josh Allen, Jackson Dart gonna be hurt for a long time, but like I feel like they feel like he putting him in these risky positions because they be having Jackson Dart running the ball a lot, like that, and that's on him calling the plays and stuff. So I think that played a part.
Yeah,
Slide.
what you
You said
said?
what?
Slide. He don't slide. He's another one like JD. They don't know how to slide. Go
He's
down.
a young quarterback,
Yeah.
man. But Jackson Dart did suffer his fourth concussion of the season in his rookie season. So I mean that's cause for concern right there. They put him in positions to, get hurt, running the ball like that. But I do think that, after Daboll's first year, after he won Coach of the Year, it kind of went all downhill from there, especially, after Saquon Barkley not signing back and they put all that money in Daniel Jones and it didn't pan out. I just think that if David was gonna be gone, I think they should have fired the GM as well. I mean, they came in together. They were like a tandem, bro. They worked together. So if you're gonna fire one, you should have fired the other. Now, how confident are we that they're gonna let the GM hire another coach and it's gonna be successful? We shall see. But man, coming up after the break, man, we're gonna talk a little NBA. Talk about the Mavs with some breaking news, some stunning news today. Talk about these Lakers, man, and we're gonna talk about some major news in the MLB as well, man. Y'all don't want to miss it. Keep it locked here on Welcome to the World of Sports. We'll be back.
Welcome back to the Welcome to the World of Sports podcast. We're about to talk about some things that's happening in the NBA. We got some big news today. Something that maybe a lot of people in Dallas been wanting for a very long time. But GM Nico Harrison has been fired, man. What's y'all thoughts on that? He brought y'all, I don't know. Are y'all happy about the things he's brought y'all? I don't know. What y'all think about this?
But like it's late now. It's like it's the what's the point? They made the trade with Luca. They got Cooper Flag out of it. AD hurt, Kyrie hurt, and now you want to let him go. I'm like, if that's the case, you should. As soon as he made the Luca trade, you should just let him go after that. Because it's just like this the same move, and they just pressed the green light on it. So I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. I'm happy he bought us Luca though, because Luca balling this season. He on pace to average, be the first person to average a 40, 10, and 10 throughout the season. You know what I'm saying? Eddie, why you shaking your head though, bro? We
Because, bro, you know I love AD, bro, and
bro,
I understand how you what you gonna say, but AD and LeBron was a great duo, and AD could have been the franchise for the Lakers. But from a business standpoint, I understand why they made the trade. But it's personal for me, bro. AD is my guy. He won a chip with me,
honestly,
but
I feel like that duo reached its maximum potential, bro. I don't think that we was gonna get much out of that anymore. Especially now that we see that AD still can't stay on the floor. And in hindsight, Luca got in shape and he's balling, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at it. I was actually happy about it, me, if you recall. Um, I was actually happy about it. My whole thing is though, they've been talking about like you say why they didn't do it earlier. They've been talking about, the Mavs owner was sitting by a kid last night wearing a Luka jersey, a Lakers Luka jersey, and he was basically, guess he gave him an earful about trading Luka or whatever, and maybe that's why he pulled the trigger on Nico. You know what I'm saying? And because it's just been loud noise since day one, bro. Like it's a new season and they still not over Luka being gone. Like they really loved Luka in Dallas, so I don't know, man. What was your
that's why you don't trade him.
what you think? What you think, Bryce?
To me, if that's all it took, I mean, they was marching outside. They was outside the stadium, putting up a bunch of different signs and all that things, like protesting the move. So, I mean, I would have thought they would have done it sooner, like y'all was saying. But hey, man, I mean, it's a firing season, man. Everybody getting fired. So he just the next victim at this point. But I will say this: y'all talked about AD can't stay on the floor. Well,
Hey, hey,
somebody
hey,
else.
hey, hey, hey,
Let me
hey.
speak. Let me speak. Somebody on the Lakers that's on the Lakers right now can't be on the floor, but we are seeing promising signs. Is practicing this week. Um, how do y'all feel? LeBron James, by the way.
Um,
I think everybody knew that.
Me personally, bro, I feel like, it's a good sign that he's playing. To be fair, Brax, he is 41. He ain't no spring chicken. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna deal with his fair share of injuries, but he ain't never been out for a extended period of time like AD's been out. You know what I'm saying? Not boy, we didn't see AD miss
All right, bro, get to it. You got
No,
time.
no,
leave
no.
AD
Let y'all
alone.
finish.
Multiple
Let y'all
times.
finish. We didn't see AD
I just
what?
I'm just saying that because Eddie made a face when I said he ain't missed as much time as AD, which he hasn't. I mean, I think this was his first time in what 22, 23 years that he ain't been there for the season opener. But I'm just curious to see how he's gonna fit in with the team when he gets back. I mean, at the end of the day, it is LeBron James. I want to know, like, are they gonna have him on a minutes restriction to get his body back into, shape? Is he gonna? But like, the team's on the road now. How will he affect the chemistry when they get back? That's the only question I have. But I feel like at some point in the season they're gonna get going, and I'm excited to see that because we've been playing good ball without him.
Yeah, and I agree with you, but let me just go to AD real quick. We don't gotta put another brother down to talk about another but because we already know how Bryce feels about AD. AD done gave him so many buckets in his team, so he hate AD.
No, no, that's not the issue. But go ahead.
That's the issue, man. So man, shout out to AD, man. Hope he get back soon. I feel like we always saying that. Get well soon, speedy recovery. But when AD is on the floor, everybody know it. And, with LeBron, um, he has yet to play this year, and the Lakers are in a position that I would never have thought. When LeBron usually doesn't play, the team is horrible. But they know they went out and got Luka out the trade, and then we know we have a star-studded future All-Star in Austin Reeves now. So they had enough to withhold the time without LeBron. People have just been balling and coming up. You got Jake LaRavia scoring in bunches, and then you got Marcus Smart playing like he was on the Celtics. So I just feel like it's a great connection that they got going on right now. And I honestly, I think LeBron just need to continue to take his time and just There's no need to rush, basically. Now, when LeBron does come back, I do think he will be on a minute restriction because that's what happened last time he got hurt. They put him on a minute restriction, and he's getting older, so it's no need to like just his first game back give him 36 minutes for what? It don't make any sense. So I feel like we can ease him back into it, but like at the end of the day, it's LeBron. He go figure it out. My only thing is I don't want LeBron to come in and not be aggressive and just be passive, as everybody. No LeBron as a pass first player, and he's the leader in points. So it just I don't want him to play passively and Luka and to take a seat back until when they go to the playoffs in the finals. But he can take a step back. I'm not saying that he needs to go out there and go try to get 30 every night. It's just pick your games. Like Luka had 31 night, you can have 18. Austin Reeves had 22. Just keep that going and just find where you can rest. You probably go low managing. I hate it, but as honestly speaking, I think they will take LeBron age into consideration and just give him less of a work. What do I want to look? What's the word? Workload this year and just try to save him for when we go to the playoffs in the finals. So yeah,
Well, I'm glad y'all covered that topic very well. Just for a quick second, I want to talk about some people that are actually playing. I want to give a shout out to Kevin Durant. From on
9 points.
Rockets, hold on my Rockets. Yes, he has been doing exactly what we needed him to do. In these clutch moments, stepping up, hitting those shots, man. Shout out to Alperen Sengun, looking like a point center right there, man, moving up the court. I want to give a shout out to Cade Cunningham. He's been balling well, man. It's been a lot of good basketball being played in the
14
NBA.
for 45. We celebrating 14 for
But
40,
no, look, because did you see
14
who
for
played? Did you see who played? Did you see who played
14,
before you say
14
that?
for 45, bro.
Listen, before you seen who you say that, did you see who played, bro? Everybody was out. You had Twin out. You got Tobias out. You had
Bro,
Duran out. You got
I
Isaiah
ain't
Stewart out.
I
He
ain't
playing
mad
with the G
at the
Leaguers,
fact that
bro.
he took I ain't mad at the fact that he took 45 shots. It was just an inefficient 45, bro. You made 14 shots out
Hey,
of 45, bro, for
he
a
never
total
missed.
of 46 points, bro.
That's an A. He
That's
never
Cam
stopped
Thomas
shooting.
numbers right there.
Don't matter. He got the win. That's all that matters.
Yeah, man. So shout out to all of the people that's hooping, man. I've been enjoying this basketball season to the fullest, man.
Desmond Bain too. Put him in there. Desmond
No,
Bain.
no,
Desmond Bain. He finally know. Cause last time we talked about him, I
no.
talked about him, and he has been hooping now. We go give Price one due, John. He has the
That
last
man
two
made one
games.
game winning shot. Now
No,
he
no, 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 no. Before that, he just had a 20 ball, 22. Now he had 20, 24 this game. We got to give him his props. Now he playing better because he
we
was
gonna
playing horrible. He
we
was
gonna
playing
see if
horrible.
it can continue. We gonna
He
see if
finally came to the party. That's all I'm saying. I'm happy. I happy to see because I told you Orlando is one of my picks, and that they have to. He needs to play for them to be where they want to be.
well,
So that's
since we
all I'm
shouting
saying.
people out, man, give a shout out to Derek Queen then, man, because he been hooping too. They don't play him enough, but he been hooping. He been in his
Time
best.
out. Why you laughing, Bryce?
He has been hooping. I'm just saying it's been in losing efforts. So that's all. But shout
Oh,
out to him.
okay.
They don't play him enough though. Like last night, I think he played like what 9 minutes in the first half, and then he didn't get in until like 3 minutes in the third quarter, and it was getting blown out by 27 points. So I mean, they got to
That
play him. 'Cause
sucks.
he making it go around for him. He facilitating, scoring the ball. He doing everything for him right now. So they got to play him more.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. But one thing that's gotta change is this sports betting, man. Can y'all please put an end to it, man? The MLB is getting in on the action, and we got Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase indicted on charges of illegal sports betting, man. I mean, at a certain point, this it's just gotta end, bro. What y'all think about this, man?
Bro, my thing is we seeing these dudes, put their careers on the line for a couple $1,000, bro. Like they're not even the big winners out of this. The people that they giving this information to are doing these things for. In this case, they picture rigging, like throwing balls and stuff on purpose. Like that, the ones that they doing this for, they the ones getting big, hitting big. They only getting like a couple. I think they only said like they only made like $7,500 off of rigging these pitches for these guys. And then in the case of Emmanuel Clase, he making $35 million a year. So like, what's your motive for doing this, bro? Like you gonna throw your whole career away, your whole earnings, like you a rich, you a millionaire, bro, making 35 M, bro, a year. What's your point in doing this? I don't know. And it's something that they gonna have to do. Well, I seen that they made some changes. Like they only letting you can only bet like a max of $200 on like pitches, like a pitch. Like what this next pitch gonna be. They capping that off at $200 and they taking most steps. But at some point they gotta do something to protect the integrity of these sports leagues because sooner or later they can't let this keep happening because people just ain't gonna watch it no more because there's no integrity, bro. Like people rigging these games. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Hey man, as much money as they making, man, I think they just think, hey man, I can get some more.
all
You
money
know.
ain't good money though. All money ain't good money.
Well, if you're in a position to get some more money, I don't know about y'all, but I would want to do it. But
Money is the root of all evil, bro.
I understand, but you know,
Greed, that greed. You can't let the greed take over, bro.
that you're right. Don't be greedy. But you know, I definitely think the NBA they have taken action though. So they starting it. They starting putting their foot down. You know, they making an example. But that was definitely shocking news to hear that they over there betting doing balls on purpose. We thought they was bad. They you know how skillful you gotta be to throw a ball on purpose. Just like in basketball, you know how bad you gotta be to purposely miss purposely miss the shot, bro, and make it look normal. It's crazy to me, bro. Like that's some real talent, bro. They're real talented, and these people like her. Like I told y'all, man, it be that one homeboy be like, "Hey, bro, all I take is one game. One game, we good for life." So
We
I
good for
see both
life.
sides. I see both sides of it, bro. But they messing up for guys like me and John who really bet and really putting our hard earned money and losing every day. So I'm just like, what are we doing, bro? Like something got to happen so the real bettors that really need the money can bet. You know, so they got to continue to put their foot down and make some shake just to get the integrity back. But I will always tune in, no matter what, if they betting or not on the side.
Man.
But then you think about it before you go, Bryce. I don't mean to cut you off, but then you think about it like you ever hear like your uncle or something be like, yeah, all that stuff rigged like that. Nothing makes me more mad than that happening because it's like, bro, these games really not rigged. But when stuff like that happening, that's just further verifying people thoughts, man. So they gotta
Yeah,
put.
Yeah, I mean, y'all say y'all the betters. That's right, because it's stuff like this, man. I'm scared, man. I'm scared to put my money down. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. It don't feel secure. So that's
that's why
why,
you bet though. So you never know.
well,
Hey,
man,
you
I
know,
just
you turn a lie into, I mean, a little into a lie. You.
Turn let it to a lie. Hey, just like Jesus made that loaf of bread to make made it to the millions, man. I'm trying to feel me. All right, y'all. Time for the best part of the show with the Black Spotlight. I'll start this week off with mine. Mine is we got the young fella from UNC, man. Caleb Wilson. This this freshman class has been crazy, honestly, bro. So, I've been loving what I'm seeing. This and it's early. It's very very early. So, I've been watching a lot, and Caleb Wilson, he definitely like made me like dang, bro, like this they back like not necessarily UNC, but like just the competition. I heard him in the interviews talking about just like, yeah, bro. He played against the dude from Kansas in the All American game, the down All American game in high school, and he was on the bench and he didn't get as many minutes as bro did, and now they're in a contention for like number one overall pick. So he's like, he wrote that down and he circled the game. So it's just like stuff like that I love. He said he was ready to kill, like he went out there to kill, like he wanted to kill, bro. Um, not like that, but you know. So that mentality, bro, like we haven't seen this in a minute, bro. So I'm loving that from especially from the young guys, because like people trying to call the game like more softer, like they don't got that dog in them, but they got him a dog in UNC and Caleb Wilson, man. So he got my back spotlight for this week. Who you got, Brax?
Yeah, man. This week I'm gonna take us back to that miraculous win in Houston, man. My black spotlight is Daniil Hunter, man. I feel like, from his point of view, he was just mucking up the game, man. Just kept getting all these different plays, man. He had 3.5 sacks, and he also forced a fumble. And on a night that we needed the defense to step up. And so, those are the type of performances that you want. And him being that leader for Will Anderson, who I know is coming up and gonna be, as big as he wants to be. Shout out to Danielle Hunter for his efforts, man, and shout out to the Texans once again for that crazy win, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to both of y'all Black Spotlights, man. Very interesting spotlights this week. This week I'm gonna go with Jonathan Taylor, man, my fantasy leader. He carrying us to the chip, man. He carrying us to the chip. Had 50 fantasy points this week. He beat Eddie team. Eddie don't really you know what I'm saying. You know, he single-handedly beat Eddie team this week. So shout out to him, man. He's definitely in the MVP conversation. I think so. I think he deserves, well consideration for it because the things that he's doing, like he is that coach offense, So I think that they definitely need to give him consideration for it. He would be the first running back since Adrian Peterson to win the award, and he's just on a tear, man. And I hope he keep doing what he do because I'm trying to win that money at the end of this league. So yeah, man, do your thing, JT. I ain't mad at you, bro.
Shout out JT, man. He definitely is the MVP in my book. Without him, the Colts would not be where they are today, and it definitely showing that just like where he's been when he's healthy, we see the numbers, and the numbers don't lie. Like everybody say. So yeah, shout out to JT. Yeah, shout out to my boy Danielle Hunter, man.
Yes, sir. Well, man, it's another good episode. Had some good talks today, man. All we ask is that y'all continue to like, comment, and subscribe, man. We're gonna continue bringing y'all the best sports content in the world. And until next week, we'll see y'all later. Keep it locked in. And welcome to the world of sports. We out.